Hi, I'm Ariel. Welcome back to my channel. This is Ravioli. He wanted to be in the video too, but today I wanted to talk about all of the seeds that I ordered for this year in my garden. This is my first year having a big, large-scale garden in my backyard instead of just growing some herbs or in a container garden, and I'm really excited. So I'm going to go through the seeds I ordered, where I got them from, and also at the end I'm going to talk a little bit about how I saved money when I was going through and planting these and buying all these seeds. So starting with cut flowers, I didn't order too many of these because my mom has kindly given me a bunch that she already has or that she purchased for me that she thought I might like. And we also saved a bunch of seeds from her garden, from her dahlias. So I have a bunch already ready to go, but I did order, she was placing a Floret order and there were a couple I wanted, so I split the eucalyptus silver dollar seeds with her. Those are going to be really, really pretty. I want to grow them for Christmas decorations. I feel like they'd make a really pretty wreath to hang over a doorway or just put throughout the house, and obviously they also smell so good if you want to hang them and tie them up in your shower. The second one that I got from Floret was an ornamental bunnytail grass, and when I saw these ornamental bunnytail grass seeds, I think this is what started my excitement over gardening and obsession with finding really, really interesting seeds. They're just so precious. They look like little fluffy bunny tails at the end. It's a really pretty ornamental grass, so I'm excited to grow those all throughout my yard, and hopefully they might be a perennial in my area, so I'm going to see if that works out and I get them every year. My cat is attacking something over there. Okay. Anyways, I also got some seeds from our seed library here. The seed library that we have in Austin is part of Central Texas Seed Savers program for seed libraries. I got these from the branch downtown. It seems like it's where they have their main branch, but they are expanding out to other locations in Austin, and also Pflugerville has said that they're going to start a seed library coming up in the spring. So you can look at their inventory online and request seeds. You can request exact varieties, but you can say I want a zucchini, I want corn. That's what I did. I got a Cocozelle zucchini, this teeny tiny little packet, and these are going to be really pretty striped zucchini that I'm excited about. I also got long Italian cucumber. I googled this and I couldn't really find anything when I searched for it under this specific name, so I'm excited to see what that ends up like. I also got this basil. It says Kate's Basil on it, so I think it's probably someone named Kate saved from her garden, and I'm hoping it's a really just sweet basil. It'd be cool if it was a cinnamon or lemon basil, but I wanted to go for a basic basil to cover the pizza and pasta situations. And the last one that I got that I thought was really cool from the seed library is this Oaxacan green dent corn. And this is actually a green corn. It's apparently really good for corn flowers. Or not the corn flour, using for flour. And these were harvested from, it says Festival Beach, which I looked that up here, and it's a community food forest in Austin, and that's just so cool. So I'm excited to grow all of these in my own garden and hopefully be able to donate some of these and more back to our seed library. Okay, so getting into the rest of the veggies that I actually purchased, I ordered from two shops, Little Shop of Seeds and Baker Creek, which is rareseeds.com. The Little Shop of Seeds has really, really good prices. They're only 55 cents a packet, and they're also, I think they're all organic and heirloom, I'm not totally sure, but they have a lot of heirloom options, whereas Baker Creek is definitely all heirloom and organic. Baker Creek's much more expensive than Little Shop of Seeds. I think their seed packets range from $2.75 to $4 depending on what you're getting, and a lot of times they have fewer seeds, but they have more varieties, really unique varieties, interesting stuff like that. So let's start with Little Shop of Seeds and what I got from there. I got some alfalfa sprouts. I'm excited to try spreading those in a jar. I'm sure you could plant them, but I'm just going to put them in a jar and grow them that way and use them on bagels or something. I got some jewel mixed nasturtium. I'm excited to use this for pesto. You can eat the flowers and the leaves, and it's also a really good trap plant for certain garden pests, so they will attack the nasturtium because they like it so much, rather than things like your tomatoes or squash and stuff like that. I got Waltham broccoli and snowball cauliflower. These I'm probably going to wait until the fall to grow because it's just probably going to get a little bit too hot here before I have time to start them, and I don't want them to get bitter and not grow very well. I also purchased butternut squash. I'm not entirely sure which variety this is because it wasn't labeled. I just noticed Baker Creek, when I was looking through their catalog, at least had 2 different varieties of butternut squash that were labeled differently. This one doesn't mention it, but I'm sure it's going to be tasty. I'm really excited. I also bought Cracker Jack marigold mix from them. I think I got like 200 seeds for 55 cents, so I thought it was a very good deal. And these are another great companion plant. I think they're really popular for planting with tomatoes. I also bought some thyme, some German chamomile, which German chamomile is an annual versus Roman chamomile that is a perennial, but it reseeds really easily, and again, there's hundreds of seeds, so I'll have plenty. And then the last thing I got from Little Shop of Seeds is American Flag leek. I have never bought a leek. I don't cook with them, I don't use them, but I saw these and I was like, they're 55 cents. Let's try some leeks. So I'm excited to do that. Okay, so from Baker Creek, I ordered quite a bit of seeds. I really just got so excited about their company. They have so many gorgeous varieties of heirlooms, and heirlooms to me are so fascinating because thinking about growing something that's traveled down through a family, through generations, or been brought over to America from another country because the people there loved it so much, or just some of the people have grown and eaten for hundreds of years. I think that's so just dreamy and cool. And I also really like Baker Creek has in their catalog a lot of recipes to go along with their veggies that they're selling right next to it, so you can kind of get inspired when you're looking through it about what you're going to make with it. Okay, so first thing from Baker Creek, I ordered Brightest Brilliant Quinoa. I think this is going to be so gorgeous. I'm going to use it as like an ornamental to line the edges of my yard. They grow about 4 feet tall, and I just think it'll look so pretty, and when they are fully mature, I'm gonna try harvesting the stalks to dry them and eat the seeds out of, which is so cool. We eat so much quinoa, so I'm excited to try to grow some of it ourselves. I also purchased some strawberry spinach, which is neither strawberries nor spinach, but you can eat both the leaves and the berries that it grows. I feel like the berries look kind of like little raspberries, and they're supposed to taste kind of watermelon-y, and I think that'll be really cool to have maybe both of them in a salad together. I also got some strawberry popcorn. I thought these just look so cute. They're these small miniature little strawberry ears. They are supposed to be good for popcorn, so I can save the kernels for that and also use them for fall decorations, just leaving them out looking all cute. I also got some tonkuro edamame and mitoyo eggplant, which are both Japanese heirlooms. They're going to be very, very tasty. As far as tomatoes, I bought 4 different kinds of tomatoes just to try to cover kind of the basic tomato categories. I'm not huge on eating just like raw tomatoes on anything, so I'm mostly planning on making pasta sauces, salsa, I don't know, pizza sauce, I just use pasta sauce for pizza sauce, I don't know. But anyways, the 4 kinds I got were mushroom basket tomato. This one's such a pretty, they call it pink. I guess it's a very light red, which would be pink, tomato, and it has this pretty ribbed texture to it, and it's originally a Russian heirloom. I also got Amish paste tomatoes, which are supposed to be great for canning and processing, so I think it'd be cool to try to learn how to preserve and can some of our own sauces that we make, and maybe we can eat them all year. If that doesn't go well, I can just put them in my freezer and hopefully that will be fine. I also got a Principe Borghese tomato. This is like a grape-sized tomato, and it should be really good for roasting and adding into sauces as well. The last tomato I got is a Blueberries cherry tomato, and this is supposed to be really sugary sweet. It also has a lot of purple to it, which I thought was really pretty. So I'm excited to see how that grows. I believe the mushroom basket and the Principe Borghese are determinate, so I'm curious to see how those act versus the other varieties. I didn't realize that when I got them, but I'm excited to be able to compare the two. I also bought 4 kinds of peppers to try. I bought a couple spicy peppers, couple sweet category peppers. The first one I got is Lycia pepper. It looks really similar to a bell pepper, but it has this really, really cute heart shape. It's nice and red, so I think it should taste similar to a bell pepper, look pretty similar, we're kind of the same. That'll be really fun. I also got shishito peppers, which should be really good, like stir-fried in a pan with just some salt and some oil. They're gonna be really, really tasty. I've had some once before, and I'm really excited to be able to grow some and have some again. For spicy peppers, I bought a couple kinds. The Nata Pino, which is apparently a heatless jalapeno, so I'm not sure how spicy it's gonna be, but I thought it could be good for salsas or jalapeno poppers. I've had those once or twice before, and I think it'd be cool to learn how to make them. They were really good from what I remember, but it's been a long time since I've had any. And then also the Sugar Rush Peach Hot Pepper. These ones I was super intrigued by because it says they're super sweet with like a tropical flavor, but also a little bit smoky and spicy. So I think it could be interesting to make hot sauce out of these. And also I'm really curious if you can just snack on them, how spicy they really are. These are gonna be fun. I'm hoping to grow a couple kinds of pumpkins this year. I want to use these for some really pretty fall decor outside and inside. I was going to purchase a third from them, but the Jardale pumpkin, but they were sold out at Baker Creek, so I might look elsewhere for them. The first one I got is Rouge Vif de Temps pumpkin. I think this is also called the Cinderella pumpkin. It's a really pretty red-orange pumpkin. It's a little bit like shorter and wider than a typical like jack-o'-lantern pumpkin. The description for this was just so lovely, talking about how it was a fairy tale pumpkin. It said it was the most popular in Parisian markets in the 1880s, which I thought was really cool. And it's apparently popular in France for using for soups and jellies. I also got a flat white bower pumpkin. I thought these would look really pretty next to the Cinderella pumpkin and Jardel pumpkins together. Maybe throw in some of that strawberry popcorn as well. I got some broccoli from Baker Creek as well. This kind that I got from them is rapini broccoli. I feel like I've had it before, I've seen that name, but it's basically just a really long, thin broccoli that reminded me of broccolini, which is why I'm really excited to try it. Broccolini is actually like a commercial hybrid, so it's kind of hard for gardeners to just get to grow in their backyard, so I thought this would be a similar alternative. I also purchased some anise hyssop. I think I saw something about the technicalities of it not really being anise, but it's supposed to taste really similar, and I thought this would be really cool for tea. It's also a perennial and supposed to be really great for attracting pollinators. I'm hoping to plant some in front of our like back window so that it'll bring little bees by and our cat can sit and watch them by the window. He loves watching if like a butterfly or a bird comes by the balcony. He gets so excited, so I want to try to bring some of those to our yard for him to watch. I also got seeds for the Mongolian giant sunflower. This is gonna be so cool. They grow, I think, like 14 feet tall, and they can get up to like 18 inches wide, and it's just gonna be this massive sunflower growing in my garden. I think it's just gonna feel like such a feat to have grown it. I think they also had recipes in there for grilling sunflower heads, like grilling the whole sunflower, which seems really, really cool. I don't have a grill, but I'm gonna figure something out because I want to try that. The last thing I bought from Baker Creek is Flashy Butter Gem lettuce. This is a really cool variegated lettuce with red in it. It's not like white and green, it's red and green, and it's supposed to taste kind of like romaine. We also got a free seed packet from them. I think they include free seeds with every single order. So the one that we got is purple kohlrabi. I think it's early purple Vienna kohlrabi, and I think kohlrabi looks interesting. I'm a little nervous to try it. I've never had it before. I don't know what it tastes like, but that's also probably going to wait until the fall for me to grow because it is more of a winter vegetable. So I think those are all of the seeds that I ordered. I do have a few winter seeds that I already had from the container garden I started here. I also have, like I mentioned, some cut flower seeds that I'm going to be growing. But I wanted to get into how to save money when buying all these seeds because it can get really expensive. I think a lot of people say that seed starting is cheaper than buying transplants, which I think can definitely be the case. It just depends on the scale of what you're growing, which varieties you're choosing, how much you're growing. So just double check when you're figuring out what you want for your garden and do that research to see if you think seeds would be cheaper than buying transplants, because it might not necessarily. If you only want like one tomato plant, it's probably gonna be the same as a packet of seeds. I don't know, it just depends. So I think my biggest piece of advice for planning your seed order is to, one, set a budget, but also figure out what the purpose of you gardening is, like why you want to garden, what you're most inspired by. If you want to grow a bunch of cut flowers and not very many veggies, then put most of your money towards cut flowers and sacrifice a little bit more on the veggie end. Things like that, just because that can really help you with narrowing down your seed selection. If you, like me, have many varieties of seeds that really excite you, that you think would be interesting, just try to narrow it down by keeping in mind why you want to start a garden in the first place. A huge money saver is to find a friend or relative that either already has a garden, loves gardening, or wants to start one as well, because if you know someone who already is really into gardening, they will maybe, possibly, hopefully share a lot of their seeds with you if they have extras or ones they've grown in the past or things like that, or they might gift you seeds because they're really excited about you starting, or if it's someone who's also new to gardening or you're just trying to get into it with, you can split the costs of seeds with them. This is what I did with my mom. So I sent her a list of what I was interested in, and she chose which one she was interested in back, and that helped me narrow stuff down, but it also helped with just the overall cost of what I was thinking about getting, since we're splitting those in half. You can also seed swap with friends, so if y'all both buy varieties or you both already have some, you can trade things like that and get some more seeds that way. And that could be kind of similar to a seed swap. I think a lot of people suggest seed swaps as ways to save money, but it kind of depends. I'm participating in 2 right now, and I still haven't gotten my seeds, which is how it is. Like, it happens. Mail's really slow right now, but I was trying to use those to plan around, like see what I would get from them and then subtract it from my list. But it's so hard because you don't know what varieties you're going to get. Also, if it's not a local seed swap, you have to pay for the shipping to where you're sending it, and then pay them a fee for them to send it back to you with everyone else's seeds. And that, I think, can kind of outweigh the cost of maybe just buying a few of the seed varieties you wanted, just depending on how many seeds you're going to get back. But it's still a really fun way to connect with other people. I think you could really save a lot of money doing a seed swap if you were doing it locally with people. If you found a group on, I don't know, Facebook, or maybe through your local seed library, they could help you set one up if there's not one already, and trade seeds that way. That would definitely be pretty cheap, because for seed swaps you can buy like 1 packet of seeds and divide it up, because you're only swapping like 5 or 10 seeds per packet with people. So you can buy like one $2 packet from the store and split it up and then get like 10 different kinds back. So thank you for sticking around and watching this whole video if you are at this point. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're really excited about seeds and gardening. If I would love to know what kinds of seeds you're going to be growing in your garden this year, what you're really interested in, maybe what you thought about getting and decided not to. Just let me know. Let's chat. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!